Hello, I'm Robert King and welcome to CapecordTV, the YouTube channel of the Western Cape's first pro-independence Discord server. Capecord is a platform that we use to build the pro-independence community, and it enables debate both via text, just like WhatsApp, and also via our many voice channels. We hope to use this platform to allow our community to engage in debate, as well as organize events. This YouTube channel aims to supplement that. So a few weeks ago, I was having a debate with a anti-independence advocate on the website Reddit, and they made some points that I think perfectly summarize the unionist argument in general. So let's start. The first point they make relates to the ability for the Western Cape to secede. Now, they're basically right. They're basically right. I say that they're right about it requiring a 2/3 majority in Parliament. That's true. However, if we look at the dynamics and the political stories that will emerge before independence, in a negotiated independence, we are likely to see both the ANC and DA in agreement to negotiate. So any deal that's made between the national government and the provincial government would have a 2/3 majority because the DA and ANC both have 2/3 of the seat. So while they present this as some sort of challenge, in a negotiated independence, it really isn't. And they're completely wrong here when they say the ANC, DA and EFF will need to back a deal. The EFF isn't needed at all. They won't matter in any negotiations, and they certainly won't matter in an independent Western Cape, I can tell you that. Then another point they go on to argue is that it's ridiculous to suggest that the pro-independence parties can get 10% at the next provincial election. Now, maybe I'm aiming a bit high, but a polling that has been done by CIAG, which they don't like to recognise that polling, but it's legitimate polling, says that about 15% of DA supporters at the moment, and this is at a time when support for independence is not really well known. It's not like Scotland or Catalonia, but at the moment we see 15% of DA voters saying they're less likely to vote for the DA because of their stance on independence. Now that gets us near to 10%. But what's also more important is that there has been pro-independence parties in the Western Cape that have got more than 1% of the vote, including the VF Plus, which were able to pick up about 1.5% of the vote and have elected Peter Murray into the Parliament. So that's happened. I mean, this is just a complete falsehood, which we see here. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. And then they go on to make their same old repeated argument about all the parties needing to back independence. No, we only need 2 parties in a negotiated independence to back it, the ANC and EFF. So that's all we've got to really, the ANC and DA, sorry. That's the only 2 parties we really need to take seriously in a negotiation. But there is always the option of a UDI. Now, UDI, it's not ideal because it would cause some short-term disruption, which they refer to as long-term utter failure. Now, South Africa is on that path. So, if we have the option of staying with South Africa, which is going to just hurtle towards disaster no matter what at the moment, the option which may work or may not work, which is Cape independence, you've got a much better chance of having a better future for your children and your grandchildren with that. But, UDI isn't ideal. However, it must be on the negotiating table to get a good deal for us in a negotiated independence. So what that means is we will tell the ANC and the national government when we negotiate that, if you give us a crap deal, then we can just walk away. And in that scenario, it would be disastrous for the ANC and the national government, because firstly, they lose all that trade with the rest of the Cape, and they also have to be, troubled with our debt. So the cards are in our hands. These are the main points they made, and as you can see, they're quite ridiculous. But the good thing is, and then they go on to say at the end that are white supremacists, which makes no sense. It's the race argument that's always used, and it just doesn't make any sense at all. But those are the points that are generally made. They're easily debunkable, and that's why the unionist case is so weak. That's all I've got to say. Oh, I almost forgot. Remember to like and comment on this video, as well as sharing it so more people can see it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. If you want to join our Discord server, the link is available in the description below. Thanks for watching.